Good afternoon. This is Bob from Trade Genius for Next News Network. And what I want to talk about, it's the weekend of the 13th and 14th, and I'm going to do a couple topical videos here to just help people kind of understand what's going on with the stock market. And this past week, I think we crossed over a Rubicon. We had oil, very, very bad news, big inventory builds, and oil dropped pretty hard after rising 5% and then turned around the next 2 days and broke out. And so when you have bad news that turns into higher stock prices, you take notice. And oil is kind of an inflation gauge. So that's one thing that caught my attention. At the same time, on Friday, we had very, very bullish reports on the grains. When I mean bullish by production estimates by the USDA. Again, corn and wheat prices dropped really hard, and within 2 hours they were over and above the price after the news, and that is also inflationary. And both those things are bad inflation, because for the normal person that's a tax. And I think the Fed and basically the central banks from around the world are now in Operation Go for Broke. They're going to try to just lift asset prices right now. They don't want to have any issues for the election. And in the end, we're going to all go broke. And so, but that wasn't it. So we have miners, gold, silver miners that are sitting ready for breakout. And within the next 2 weeks, I could see them starting to move, because there's money just sloshing around everywhere. Gold and silver are kind of holding back right now, but they already had pretty big moves, and we'll watch to see if they start breaking out here pretty soon as well. And what's really interesting is that all three of the major indexes had hit all lifetime highs last week, and volatility is basically flat. Volatility is really the trader's way of measuring how much protection they're putting on the market, and they're just not. I think the word is out that we're not going to let this market fall. They saw what happened with the British trying to leave the European Union. That sell-off was bought back in 2 weeks and on to new highs. So I just think everybody's rowing on the same direction right now. And I think the only thing that's going to break it now is that the cost of living is going to become onerous for people. And we'll just see when that breaks. One tidbit that I learned today is that since the year 2000 to 2016, worldwide, the money supply has grown 10 times. And that money has to go somewhere. And so, people, they're not getting it to normal people, because obviously incomes aren't going up, and people are slowly going broke around the world. And so it's being concentrated in the banks. It's being concentrated with the very, very wealthy. And they're already done buying. So now they're just trying to figure a place to put their money to get any kind of yield, because the bond markets are paying nothing. And so now they're just going to start shoving into the stock market or the commodity market, wherever they can get a yield on this money, because it's not being used for useful purposes, because productivity is now falling as well. So just watch us over the next 6 to 10 weeks. Oil can go up 25% from here. We called, hey, July is down for oil, August, September is up for oil. And so we're seeing that play out. September is a big month for for gold, silver, and the miners. Keep an eye on that. And, usually for the markets, it's pretty flat in September, pretty far down. So, we're just going to see. It doesn't look like they're going to let it happen. And if everything starts going in the same direction, we can get that final blow off. So anyway, this is Bob from Trade Genius for Next News Network. Go check our videos out on Trade Genius, our site. I talk a little bit more about some specific stock picks that might be of value to you. And also, we've been trading for people with small accounts. We've been trading the binary options. We just completed our first month. We had, over a 95% win rate. Everything's, on audit on Twitter, so people could see our trades. And we help people that just started out make 2 to 3 times their return on their initial investment. So our goal is to help people turn $500 into $5,000 the first year, so they can go ahead and start building up some capital to actually trade the markets. And so we have a system. It works really well. and it's very rigorous and it works. And if you want to try it out, a lot of people got a lot of interest in this program, and I encourage you to take a peek at it. So you just go to the Trade Genius site, go to memberships, sign up under binary options, and give it a spin. I think you'll be really happy with it. Anyway, this is Bob from Trade Genius. Have a great weekend. Have a great week, and I'll be on later in the week to do some daily reports. Bye-bye.